Welcome back to the Casual Armory. Today I wanted to cover a couple of things that probably many people have heard about, but very few people have seen. And these are chassis for the Mosin Nagant. These are made in Ukraine. They are by a company KPYK, which from my understanding translates into Raven. And these are really nice, very high quality billet aluminum chassis. Now there is a difference between these two, and I'll get into that. If you're to go to Legion USA, this is what you're going to get. This is the Ukrainian chassis. And what it does, it fits a AR style pistol grip. It's threaded on the back end for an AR style buffer tube style stock. And it's also inletted down here for a Timney trigger. Really, really nice. These also take the Archangel style magazines, and they're a two-piece. So this is the main chassis body, and then you've got the forward handrail, and then it also comes with 3 small pieces of rail on an M-lock system. And I gotta tell you, the quality of these is absolutely fantastic. This one up here is a little different. It was about 2015. I found an article online talking about these chassis systems from the Ukraine and actually emailed the owner of the company and ordered one. And this is actually their first design. And you see these rails that come with it. They literally just screw into threaded holes on the forward guard. The forward guard is round, where the new ones are an octagon. And that's a first dead giveaway. Also, the foregrip is only held on by these 2 bolts. And this, it's like a little clamp that clamps over the end of the tube and then screws down right there. This one, the newer style one, it actually has a couple of small screws on the side and 2 screws in the bottom of the main chassis system. So it seems a little more refined, but they both work exceptionally well. Now, I really like these, and I've not had a chance to build either one of them. When they upgraded their system to the new style, I also purchased one of those, and they are a little pricey. They're $400+ for sale, but I think they're really, really cool, and I really, really enjoy them. And, well, let's face it, I really like the Mosin Nagant. It's got its shortcomings, of course, but for what it is, I think it's a fantastic high-powered rifle. And realistically, with the right ammunition, and that the ammunition is the absolute key to the Mosin Nagant. With the right ammunition, they can be very, very accurate. So, I think what I have decided to do is to start building these into range rifles. So let me show you what I've got and what direction I'm thinking of going with these. So this is a barreled action. I showed this in a previous video. This is a Remington 1917, and it is absolutely in fantastic condition. It is unissued. I believe these were used as drill rifles. And the reason I say that is the bore is absolutely like it was cut yesterday. It's bright, it's shiny, it's sharp and crisp. But the dovetail for the rear sight has been machined off of the barrel. So there's no rear sight. The barrel was shortened considerably. This one measures in at 24 inches. And so there's no front sight, no rear sight, but a very, very nice action, and actually a really good trigger. For a Mosin Nagant, the American triggers were pretty darn good. Not as good as the Finnish triggers, for sure, but that's a story for another day. So, what we've got is a Remington barreled receiver. And since I really like this trigger, the older generation of the KPYK stock does not have inletting for the Timney trigger. It's for a factory style trigger. So I think I'm going to build this one first with the Remington action. And that should be very, very nice little range shooter. Now, for sights and optics, I've got the only choice anybody should choose for the Mosin Nagant, and that is the rock solid mount. It is probably the best mount for the Mosin Nagant. And yeah, hands down, don't trust any other mounts but the rock solid. So, I've got a rock solid mount. I've got the barreled action. I've got the chassis. So let's put the barreled receiver into the chassis and let's see what it looks like. All right, with the forward end removed from the chassis system, let's see some of the very nice machine work. I gotta say, this is absolutely just fantastically machined. It is a fantastic chassis system. The pistol grip on the early ones is an AK style. That's another giveaway of to tell an early one from a late one, but you really don't need that. The round tube versus the octagon tube, that's really just impossible to miss. But here we've got the chassis system out, so we just got to take this rear action screw out. All right. And wow, that fits absolutely beautifully. Let's put a screw in real quick. There we go. Boy, that fits absolutely beautiful. Trigger comes through, real nice trigger placement. That is going to be fantastic. Now, rattling around in the pistol grip, I've got the forward action screw. I can just take this out. We'll get this into the action. All right, there she is, locked down. She fits absolutely fabulous. Now, she's a little loose back here, but if you know the Mosin receivers, the early hexes had a machine cut right here down the side of the receiver, and the round receivers do not have this machine cut. And so most stocks will accommodate both. So that's just how it is. All right, let's install the forward grip, or hand guard, if you will. With those screws snug down, we can see how this fits in here. There's a really nice setup, and I really like the idea of this rifle. So, where we are from here, I don't have a stock for this rifle. So, I'm going to have to look around for a stock. For the metal parts, I'm really thinking of sending this to a buddy of mine who does the gun bluing, and have a real nice deep, bright, dark bluing on this barrel and receiver. And I think that'll look fantastic. We'll get the scope rail mounted, and maybe we'll do a muzzle brake on this one too. Let's see. But first I got to order up a stock for it. See what I like. I know this company makes stocks for these rifles for their chassis systems, and I've seen them before, and they are very, very good, and I might go that route. So for the second one, I have likewise a New England Westinghouse barreled action that's been cut down that I picked up years ago. And I'm thinking about doing a pair of twins, one Remington, one New England Westinghouse. And that way I can have a couple of real nice range guns for my Mosin Nagant collection. So the magazines come in both 5 and 10 round, and they both seem to lock in. I know some people have said that there are issues with the mag wells. I do not see the issue with them. These fit and function just as they should, and they lock in nice and tight. Right in front of the trigger guard is the mag release, and it's just a simple paddle style lock. So there we go. This is the Ukrainian KPYK chassis system for the Mosin Nagant. So let me get this project started. I'm going to disassemble it, probably send this, like I said, off to the bluing, order up some more parts, and we'll get this project started. Catch you on the next one.